I really like that dance. You want to learn my dance? You want to learn? Okay. and teach like this? This part? Yeah? Okay. Okay, now you do this, kick out. And kick out. Get that. Then you get your elbows, shoulders, and then we have real dancers. And when we weren't dancing, we were clowning. Either me with them, or they with me, or we'd be drawing. The boats? Yes, flag, Indian flag. What is this? Yes, Indian flag. Flagpole. And in between all the entertainment, I would interview the experts about their projects and their process.
Basically, that Gaia is an Indian organization, Indian NGO, and we are at present working for 13 states of India. We are working for the child rights. Basically, we are working with the partners, grassroots level partners. Gaia is not directly intervening that programs at the grassroots level. We are partnering with grassroots level NGOs in various places in Tamil Nadu and all over the country.
It was Cry who took us under their wing as we traveled through the tsunami affected areas.
So we facilitate the process.
Yes.
So we are very good in that. So we have a very good expertise where to scan the environment, to get best from the environment, internalize it, digest it, then give it back. And also help the people with a different kind of a processes, with options, the way how they can move to get these processes.
Okay.
That is the uniqueness. Other organizations, they get into direct involvement, direct intervention projects. So they do directly doing some sort of relief projects.
This is tsunami affected area. There is people are staying there.
Yeah.
Huts are there. Temporary shelters.
Okay.
For them. This is the most affected, one of the most affected places. This is New Kalpakkam. This is a temporary shelter.
Outside this heightened focus on tsunami affected areas, Cry addresses geocontextual issues such as child trafficking, high retention, malnutrition, high infant mortality, and other issues relating to the child's right to survival, protection, development, and participation. In this smaller village, this fisherman tells us what happens. He says that when the first wave came, the water level rose in the village without much current. So most of the people in the village safely relocated. It was the second and third wave that were the worst, destroying lives, housing, and habitat.
The government says that for the first instance, they say that they should be relocated in a place which is 500 meters away from the high tide line. Okay. And the old houses should be demolished and handed over to the government. It was the first.
With the government imposing relocation plans, displacing fishermen villages 500 meters away from the sea or more, the livelihood of these villagers are severely compromised.
There is a strict legislation, law-wise existing. No construction within the coastal areas permitted within 500 meters. It was there. Now government is trying to grab this opportunity and say that no more new constructions. They are using tsunami as a kind of an opportunity.
I see.
All the rich people, you take the resorts, they are all built within the 500 meters. That has been well permitted.
But there is a contradiction.
Not only are their boats and nets gone, so is the fishing habitat. And with the government not allowing them to fish or reestablish their lives near the sea, questions on how they will bring in income or even eat are affecting the rehabilitation of not just community, but of rebuilding their confidence as well.
Kilometer from the sea. So that cannot be operated.
So they're being displaced, basically.
Yes. Because the fishermen used to see by seeing the color of the sea, they locate this fish is going, the school of fish is moving from this direction to that direction. Then they used to go and catch the fish. When they go far away from 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, that is not possible. Who are going to save the children?
Yes, who is going to save the children? We went later to another NGO who explained their process and how they work with the children and the community people.
900 families living here. After tsunami, from the first week started working with these communities, identifying the immediate needs like provision of some cooked food for temporary shelters in few places wherever it is needed. Later we also try to help them in reconstruction of their livelihood, like getting their boats and engines repaired, and then provision of new nets for the fishermen. And we are also concentrating on women. Women also go for selling fish. So they also lost their, so because it was at 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:50, 9 o'clock in the morning, that is the time they normally go and purchase fish from the boats. So as they were in the shore, they lost all their belongings. Everything was washed off. So to cater to the needs of the children, those who were affected by the tsunami waves, so that they can come out of the fear, out of the trauma. And then we also had some few counselors coming from different organizations to sit with the women and to discuss with them, to help them out to come out of the trauma. So now the psychosocial centers, the need was almost over, because now they are back to their regular stream of life.
It amazed me that these people were back on their feet and well on their way back into life just 6 months after the tsunami. But that's because they rely on their community as their social security, their insurance and welfare programs.
Yeah, community has got really kind of a tremendous potential, and it's really good. We have that itself is a kind of a very strong social protection network. But as you said, the negative implications are also there. The negative implications are, since the community has got a stronger control over an individual life, where the individual's decisions also mostly depend on the community. In our country, there is a kind of a limitation to that, because always the individual life process is encircled with the community and certain aspects of it. There is good in it, there is bad in it.
It feels to me like an insurance policy. You know, back in the States we have this outside anomaly, it's called insurance.
Exactly.
But here you have to rely on community to get through a tsunami or something like this. Which is true?
I gave the same example to my school when I was studying. I say that when you talk about social protection networks, in Western countries, independence is something which is acknowledged, which is seen as very good. But we believe in other ways, interdependence.
Interdependence, right.
And in your case, because of, as you exactly mentioned, your social security is very good, which makes an individual to take their own decisions. It's very strong, because you're not depending on anybody. For us, the insurance itself is more social. That means my family. We don't have health. For everything, we rely on the family itself. Suppose if something, even if we go to some kind of a very personal, simple examples, if something happens to a member in a family, only the other 3 or 4 people, the brothers and sisters, are the first people to come for a rescue. That means I depend on them. I have to listen to them. There is a kind of a very strong bond and relationships which dominate and which influence on each other's life.